live at 4 on this Monday. Brady Mallory's in for Susan Simon, who's in Switzerland as we speak.
She is living her best life. She's posted some photos. She's having a really good time.
I got to turn my... There we go. Good afternoon.
We can hear you now?
You know, Susan's gone. I just fall apart, but...
I'll try to pick up the pieces.
To help out.
Yeah, you're safe now. Don't worry.
It's good to have you with us today, and we have a lot of news to get to, so let's start. Madison police continue to investigate what led up to a deadly weekend in the city with 2 murders.
And just when we thought COVID cases in the county were easing, Dane County is back in the high alert category. Why we keep shifting the status.
And the first predictions are out on how the UW football team will fare this year. We'll have where they landed. Kind of a cool weekend, a taste of fall, but it's warming up now.
Still a great day to get out on the lake.
Not a bad day out there. Did I forget to put the weather words in?
You know, it's Monday. We're all just trying our best today. You know, it's a miracle.
It's a miracle we're even here. Julian's in the backyard. What are the weather words today?
Well, the weather words for today are going to be enjoy it while we have it, because it's still another nice week for us, and it's going to stay on that trend until we get closer to the weekend. But as of right now, it has been overcast. It's been plenty of cloud cover, and that will be pretty common throughout much of this week. But taking a look at our temperatures, we're still pretty much below our seasonable around this time of year, which is around 80 degrees, 77 degrees. You can't really beat that for this late into August here in Madison and for much of southern Wisconsin in itself. Because if we take a look at current conditions around southern Wisconsin, 75 in Janesville, 73 in Platteville, and our friends to the west from Lone Rock to Boscobel into those middle 70s as well. Still on the surface, it's feeling not too bad. And a little bit of humidity, but it's still rather comfortable. It's not like you're wearing or swimming through the atmosphere as of right now, because we do have a little bit of moisture, but not an overly abundance in terms of that. But taking a look at our radar, any kind of shower activity is mainly east and northeast of Dane County and Madison for us. We're still going to stay rather dry as we head towards the later parts of this evening and going into tonight. But the cloud cover is going to stick around until we get into our overnight hours. So that's one thing. We're not going to be seeing too much in terms of stars until we get into the later part of tonight. But one thing that is good, it's going to be nice. It's going to become partly cloudy, and our low hitting around 58 degrees for us. A quick look at our traffic as we get our 4 p.m. hours commute going. We do have a slow spot and looks like an incident or an accident on the Beltline as of right now. It looks like it's going to be mainly eastbound where that accident is occurring as of right now. We'll have updates on that later on. But as we take a look at the interstate, we're looking as smooth as butter, all green, going into our 4 p.m. hour commutes. And we'll have a look at what else is coming in the forecast in just a few moments. Until then, toss it back to you guys.
All right, Julian, thank you. And we start with breaking news this afternoon. A former Dane County deputy has been charged following an investigation.
Sarah Bortz-Rodriguez was accused of making up an encounter at Fesky Park that led to her firing her gun last year. She was charged in court today with resisting and obstructing an officer. The charge comes following an investigation by the Wisconsin Department of Justice, Division of Criminal Investigation, into the events of last October. Bortz-Rodriguez was fired last November after an internal investigation determined that she may have been intoxicated when she fired her weapon and fabricated the events of the incident. During an initial appearance in court today, the court issued a not guilty plea to any misdemeanor counts, and Bortz-Rodriguez's signature bond was set at $500 per case. Madison police are looking for witnesses in 2 homicides that occurred Friday night, one a stabbing and another shooting.
They say the deaths happened within 4 miles of one another, but were not related. Hill Moladine joins us now with the latest on their investigations. Hill.
Officials from Madison police say officers spent the day combing through both areas, looking for cameras, searching the victims' homes, and talking to people about what they saw. They say the first incident, a shooting on Northport Drive, which left a man dead at the scene, began with a fight, so it's likely that got people's attention. Police Chief Sean Barnes is urging those people to come forward, and he says so far they've been responsive.
When these things happen, it affects our entire community. And when that happens, what happens is our community steps up, I believe, and they say this is not the type of behavior that we want. And they call more, they let us know more, and they try their best to make sure that these conflicts do not happen.
Chief Barnes also said despite Friday's deadly events, the city is actually trending in the right direction. He says the number of shots fired incidences have decreased by 15% this year. Those 2 homicides mark the 5th and 6th to happen in the city of Madison this year.
Thank you, Tahalil. Drivers on John Nolan will notice new lower speeds today. The portion of the road between North Shore Drive and East Lakeside Street had its speed limit cut from 45 miles per hour to 35 miles per hour. Now, that same portion is set for a planned reconstruction in 2026. The reduction is part of the city's Vision Zero efforts. The initiative aims to reduce traffic-related injuries and deaths around the city. The on-again, off-again nature of COVID counts is back on again today in Dane County.
We move back into the CDC's high category, and this isn't the first time it's jumped up from the medium level.
McKenna Alexander joins us in the studio to explain the reasons behind the frequent shift. McKenna?
Public health relies on three key metrics: the number of new COVID hospital admissions, the overall number of hospital beds used, and the total of new COVID cases. So COVID cases in Dane County have largely been steady since late April. So why are we ping-ponging between medium and high? To PHMDC, it comes down to hospitalizations, with two main scenarios causing that jump between levels. The first is higher cases combined with elevated hospitalizations. So at least 200 more cases, at least 10 more hospital admissions, and at least 10% more hospital beds in use over a week-long average. The second scenario is lower cases combined with very elevated hospitalizations. That means a decrease of at least 200 cases, but an increase in hospital admissions by at least 20, at least 15% more hospital beds in use. Right now, Dane County is experiencing that first scenario, and because the number of new hospitalizations is hovering around 10, that's why we're seeing the community level shift between medium and high. Now, just a reminder, that high community level means masking is strongly suggested while in indoor public areas, and high-risk individuals should consider avoiding non-essential indoor activities, but masks are not required.
All right, McKenna, thank you. Prosecutors in Georgia are targeting Rudy Giuliani in an election probe. That's according to one of the former New York mayor's attorneys. At issue is whether Giuliani violated the law during his efforts to flip the 2020 election results in Georgia on former President Donald Trump's behalf. Giuliani met with Georgia state legislators 3 times in December of 2020, twice in person, once remotely. In those meetings, he accused Atlanta election workers of smuggling fraudulent Biden ballots in suitcases. Giuliani is set to appear before a special grand jury in Georgia on Wednesday. With midterm elections 84 days away, House Republicans are anticipating they'll be in control of the chamber next year.
And they're already taking steps to launch investigations into the Department of Justice, the FBI, and the Biden administration over the search of former President Donald Trump's Florida home.
Deborah Alfarone has more details from Capitol Hill.
Mr. Olson, welcome. House Republicans on the Judiciary Committee, angry over the FBI search of former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home, have sent letters to the heads of the DOJ, FBI, and White House Chief of Staff, asking that they preserve all records related to the search. In them, they accuse the Biden administration of weaponizing law enforcement resources against its political opponents.
You have here the Attorney General, who is going after the President Biden's political rival, whose own personal career was derailed on the way to the Supreme Court by Donald Trump himself.
The preservation of documents is what triggered the search of Trump's home in the first place. FBI agents seized 11 sets of classified documents from the former president's home, some of which were labeled top secret. But Trump lawyers certified in June that all classified material had been returned from the estate. Trump claims he declassified those materials before he took them to Florida.
The statutes the Justice Department are asserting in the search warrant don't even require that they still be classified. If they would be damaging to national security, it's a problem. It's a major problem.
Law enforcement sources tell CBS News that the most highly sensitive materials recovered from Mar-a-Lago likely contained information that could only be viewed in secure environments, as it probably dealt with intelligence-gathering secrets. Tensions over the search has led to concerns about retaliation from domestic violent extremists. A joint FBI and Department of Homeland Security bulletin warned of a plot to place a dirty bomb in front of FBI headquarters, as well as online posts calling for civil war and armed rebellion. The bulletin cited the attack from an armed man on the FBI office in Cincinnati. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Ricky Schiffer Jr., the man authorities say tried to breach the FBI office in Cincinnati, was shot dead last week after a standoff with law enforcement officers.
President Biden is expected to sign the Inflation Reduction Act tomorrow. Key provisions of the bill include allowing Medicare to negotiate drug prices, capping the cost of insulin for Medicare patients, tax credits for electric vehicles, and domestic solar panel production. 2nd District Congressman Mark Pocan, the Democrat, says that besides saving seniors money on drugs, the energy tax credits will help the environment.
On the energy aspects, there's a number of things that not just are addressing climate change, reducing our emission 40% by 2030, but also investing in renewables, investing in things like tax credits for people who are trying to do more green energies, and that's going to provide a lot of savings to folks.
Pocan is up for re-election this year. He's facing Republican Eric Olson in November.
The governor of West Virginia has declared a state of emergency in 2 counties that were hit by torrential rains early this morning. 2 to 5 inches of rain that fell in Kanawha and Fayette counties resulted in flash flooding, uprooting trees, and then washing away roads and bridges. Some people living in low-lying areas had to be rescued by boats, and officials are warning more rain is expected this afternoon and evening. Russian rockets hit a residential area in Kharkiv today, leaving 1 person dead and 6 others wounded. The strike damaged multi-story residential buildings, cars, and a church. In one of the districts, Russia has repeatedly denied targeting civilian areas, despite mounting evidence that its missiles have hit residential areas across the country.
Dramatic cell phone video captures a massive fireworks explosion at a busy shopping center in Armenia's capital city. Smoke billows, but the worst is yet to come. A deadly explosion at a fireworks warehouse destroyed a shopping mall in Armenia on Sunday while sending a toxic cloud through the streets. Rescue crews are still scouring the rubble for trapped survivors. The blast injured more than 60 people, and the death toll continues to climb. Investigators say they're still not sure what caused the explosion.
A unique spin on a Friday family night is coming to the Madison Children's Museum this week, and they're calling it Family Happy Hour, featuring adult beverages and some snacks as well, and some food and beverages for the kids. Part of it will be outside at the museum's new Wonderground play area. Vice President Kia Carlin hopes that this will give children and parents a safe way to socialize, as there were many missed chances due to COVID.
What we've seen at the museum since we reopened last year is that, kids missed out on a lot of socializing opportunities during COVID, and they're getting back out there and relearning how to meet new people and make friends. But in particular, we know adults also have been a little bit starved for social time.
The event begins at 5 p.m. and it plans to go until 8 p.m. on Friday. The Wonderground is currently under construction, but it'll be cleaned up for the event. Tickets are $7 and they're available on the Madison Children's Museum website.
Well, the Badgers are back in the AP Top 25 preseason football poll after finishing last season unranked. Wisconsin came in at number 18 in the poll behind 3 Big Ten rivals. Ohio State is ranked number 2. Michigan is 8, and Michigan State is number 15 after being upset in the national championship game last year. Alabama's back at number 1. Last year's champion Georgia came in at 3. The Badgers were just 1 win away from a Big Ten West title last season. The season starts on September 3rd at Camp Randall when Bucky takes on the Illinois State Redbirds.
Oh, it's here already,
it's
isn't
here
it?
Where did summer go? Well, still to come at 4, we'll meet our pets of the week.
Plus, it's better late than never to receive the nation's highest civilian military honor. That and more when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Parker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Parker Heating and Cooling.
Cookies and Briars. That's like getting 2 desserts. Wait, do we have to thank our moms twice? I don't know.
Breyers, 100% grade A milk and cream and loaded with delicious cookie pieces. Better starts with Breyers.
What's so great about being a Pick and Save Boost member? Free delivery on the Pick and Save products you love and more rewards like double fuel points. Boost by Pick and Save Fresh Perks, a new level of membership starting as low as $59 a year. Learn more at pickandsave.com.
I love this state. Knock on any door in any county, and you'll find good-hearted, hard-working folks. People whose businesses are proudly helped as Lieutenant Governor. Hard work needs to be respected again, with fair wages and opportunities to get ahead. That's how my parents opened doors for me. My mom was a teacher and my dad worked third shift. I'm not one of these millionaires. I work just as hard for you as you work for your family. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
With Dad's arthritis, he needs extra help around the house, so I called a Grace. Yes, a Grace. With their agent home service, he can stay at home.
That's where I want to spend these months. With hospice care from a Grace, I can stay home with my dog and my grandkids and their laughter.
I had no idea laughter could be a part of my life again after Joe died. But through a Grace, I found hope and healing.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
It's like I'm downloading in slow motion. Wish we had better internet.
Charlie! That's right, it's me, Charlie. Wish specialist for Spectrum. Let's get that wish granted.
How?
Spectrum Internet delivers fast speeds for a stronger connection on all your devices. Here, yeah, and here. Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep your kids safe online.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
Why do we need all these remotes? I wish our shows were in one place.
Spectrum TV makes it easy to find your favorites. Plus, you'll have access to over 85,000 titles on demand. And with the free Spectrum TV app, you can watch live sports, news, and more on any device, anywhere.
Get Spectrum TV for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
I wish we didn't have a contract. Granted.
Oh, he's good.
Switch to Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-768-4999.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Welcome back. Thousands of children end up in the emergency room every year with bike injuries.
Yeah, now a new report is stressing just how critical it is to wear helmets. Bicycle riding is one of the leading causes of sports-related head injuries in children. A new American Academy of Pediatrics report is highlighting the research that helmets significantly reduce risks of traumatic brain injury while riding bike or taking part in other sports.
Bicycle helmets are extremely effective in protecting head injuries. When you look at all that data together, about 90% of brain injuries can be prevented by wearing a helmet. But it's not just your brain. About 65% of facial injuries can be prevented.
Dr. Lois Lee is an ER physician at Boston Children's Hospital. Now, she says the helmet should cover the forehead right above the eyebrows, straps flat against the head with the divider under the ears, and only 2 fingers should fit between the chin and the chin strap.
On Wall Street, stocks rise as investors gear up for a slew of earnings reports. The Dow Industrials gained 151 points, closing at 33,912. The NASDAQ was up 80. The S&P 500 added almost 17. Well, it's time to introduce you to our pet of the week. Here's Lisa Bernard from the Dane County Humane Society, and you brought a horse.
Yeah. We did. We brought you a pony.
Such a handsome pony there.
Yes.
Who do we
He's
have
a dog.
Here?
His name is Scrappy. He's a very big dog at 72 pounds approximately.
But he's full grown.
He's full grown, 4 years old.
He knows how to find his camera.
He does. He's very photogenic.
He's so happy.
So we think he's a lab and something else and something else?
I would say so. Right now his profile just says Labrador Retriever mix, but I have a feeling he's got a little something else in there.
And he came up from Mississippi?
He did.
Tell us about that.
Earlier this month he came from an overcrowded shelter in Mississippi, and he's in search for his new home.
What kind of home would he thrive in?
Probably a home that has maybe preteens and older. Someone who's going to take him out on adventures. play with him. He is still pretty playful in the yard. So, and then he just loves to snuggle too.
Yeah, 4 is pretty young.
Yeah.
On the profile, it said he's shy, but we walked out here and he came right over and leaned into me.
And then with some people, he is shy.
Scrappy.
He's not shy right now.
No. And he does play. Okay, let's not.
All right, Scrappy.
He does play with other dogs. He can get a little rambunctious with other dogs and sometimes with people too. So just kind of keeping an eye on that because of his size.
Absolutely. All right, so what do you got going on this week?
So we just ended with Clear the Shelters, our adoption event. So we adopted out 83 animals. He's still waiting to go home, so please come adopt him. And then we're also looking for some new staff.
Yeah, you have job openings?
We have job openings. So some of them are part-time positions, some of them are full-time positions. We're looking for an admitting tech. So they're going to meet every single animal brought in, give them a checkup, give them their medications and vaccines. We're also looking for resource counselors who are our first responders. They help reunite lost animals with their families. They'll also help people who call with any pet problems that they're having and try to walk them through things to help them out and find solutions. So
lots of opportunities.
Different jobs.
All
If
right,
you love animals,
yeah, it's a great place. All right, last time we had a couple of rats.
we did.
Jock and Bandit.
Yes, they are doing well in their new home. They've been adopted.
They've been adopted.
Very happy.
What is he eating?
I think he found something on the ground. Is it a pine cone?
It's a pine cone. He's been chewing on sticks too.
He's a happy guy.
Yeah. He is.
If you're interested in adopting Scrappy or checking out all the other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org. Lisa, thanks for coming out today.
Thanks for having us.
Bye, Scrappy.
Scrappy. Oh, I forgot to tell you, he also sits and gives a paw, but he's obviously busy.
He's busy.
Not right now.
The fame has gone to his head. He's not going to do anything.
Lisa, thanks again.
Thank you.
Well, he is 105 years old. That's just a number for a Pigeon Falls man. That's up in Trempealeau County.
Okay, and Jordan Fremstead from our sister station in La Crosse shows us the man's popularity and how it spread to the nation's capital, where his military service has finally been acknowledged with Congress's highest honor.
Everybody in the Midwest are good neighbors, good friends. We love each other.
People will ask,
not only feeling good, but
for your secret.
It's amazing.
When you've lived a life as long as Reynolds Tomter.
Well, 105. I'm so appreciative of that. And I've been so lucky.
What was it, Reynolds? Was it diet? Was it exercise?
His daughter Julie recognizes 105 as just a number.
There's nobody can enjoy coffee like I can.
Always trying to keep up with my dad, so.
I love you people.
She remembers the care he gave, and now she's returning the favor.
And now he's calling me his agent.
If you call him Mr. Tomter, he'll correct you.
My name is Reynolds.
Tomter carries a positive energy that didn't come without sacrifice.
And it was very treacherous and highly dangerous.
Serving his country during World War II.
The Merchant Marines suffered terribly. 733 large vessels were lost to German U-boats.
Reynolds struggles to talk about the war.
That's a different life.
The stories he began to share have caught everyone's attention.
I'm so fortunate to know someone who personifies what it means to be an American.
Reynolds served as an American merchant mariner, delivering millions of tons of goods in war materials to 5 continents. The U.S. didn't recognize merchant mariners until 34 years after the war ended.
And by 1943, we had more ships than we had men because of the loss rate.
That hurt a little bit. Can't help but say that. But, hey, pay off. It's never too late.
Reynolds baked bread
every day
and worked in the kitchen
every day,
preparing meals for people on his ship, the one moment everyone shared together.
It's nice of you to come up.
It's no wonder why he's a civic-minded professional.
I didn't win the war. We won the war. and it's never too late.
In 2020, a new law authorized the Congressional Gold Medal, the highest honor Congress can give.
It is heavy, though.
For merchant mariners, as a long overdue thank you.
It's unbelievable what your friends will do for you.
An award he lived long enough to hold himself.
Reynolds, we're all here because of you.
And his dedication to service was not only recognized here in the U.S., but across a body of water a lot larger than this one.
On behalf of the Norwegian Embassy, it is a great honor for me to present the Norwegian Convoy Medal and the Norwegian Liberation Medal to Reynolds, and to express our deep felt gratitude for your service and sacrifice.
Thank you very much.
Military service is one thing, but his ability to bring people together is on Jean Kriesel's mind.
It brings back the sense of community of Pigeon.
Kriesel and her brothers, John and Fred, and sisters Chris and Jan are third generation in Pigeon Falls.
What a celebration.
This was fantastic. He's like everybody's father. You know, everybody's friend. We couldn't have missed this for the world.
He's everyone's ally.
Here, we're going to take a selfie.
Absolutely, yes.
The only person who's not a friend of Reynolds is the person he hasn't met.
John remembers working with him at his store.
He was our first paying job. Good afternoon, everyone.
Reynolds even got a retiring politician to think about what he'll miss the most.
I'm going to miss days like today, you know, when we're able to gather together.
I always cherish the times when I get to talk to you.
He's like Mr. Pigeon Falls.
I appreciate it.
Reynolds will tell you the time you live means little.
To make anything work, we all have to pitch in.
If you don't make the most of the time you have.
Be in the presence of a hero.
That is very special.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
boss.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is Jordan Fremstad, News 8 Now.
Absolutely.
He's doing really well.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah.
For 105.
Very nice. Well, people from all over the country came out. Scrappy's busy. They came out to congratulate Reynolds this past week. Reynolds still enjoys his cups of coffee with friends and family every day.
What's going on back here?
He wants to be the star of the show.
Must be
He's got a taste
squirrel.
for it.
A squirrel or something?
Yeah.
All right.
Scrappy will get to you in a moment.
There's a person at the gate. Good watchdog. Yeah. Well, still to come at 4, it's all the rage. We're talking pickleball.
It is, in fact, the fastest growing sport in America, surging 40% in the past 3 years. We'll find out why we're in such a pickle coming up after Julian's first warn forecast.
iMart Express owns selection, price, and speed. Need single vision? Get 2 pairs starting under $40. Progressives, 2 pairs start under $80. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. iMart Express. Right glasses, right price, right now.
This is what people with eczema said about how their skin feels. When it comes to our skin, what if it could feel differently? Say hello to Opzelura for the treatment of mild to moderate eczema. Opzelura is a steroid-free cream, proven to help clear skin and significantly reduce itch. Do not start Opzelura if you have any infection, as it may lower your ability to fight them. Tell your doctor if you are being treated for an infection, have TB, or have been in close contact with someone with TB, have had hepatitis B or C. Serious lung infections, skin cancer, blood clots, and low blood cell counts have been reported with Opzelura. In patients taking JAK inhibitors, serious infections, increased risk of death, lymphoma, other cancers, immune system problems, and major cardiovascular events have occurred. The most common side effect is pain and swelling in the nose or throat. It's a one-of-a-kind cream. So what could that mean for your skin? Ask your dermatologist about Opzelura.
Senator Johnson's working family define him. He and his brothers and sisters were raised by 2 loving parents with deep faith who taught him the value of work. As a young man, he shoveled driveways, mowed lawns, delivered papers, caddied, played Little League baseball, and baled hay on his uncle's farm. At 15, he got a dishwashing job at Walgreens Grill and became night manager before he was 16. After college, he married Jane, his wife of 45 years, and moved to Oshkosh to start a manufacturing business with Jane's brother. For the first year, the two traded 12-hour shifts. Over the next 30 years, Senator Johnson performed just about every task in that business. He installed and operated the equipment, loaded trucks, kept the books, and sold its products all over the world. His business didn't export jobs, it exported plastic. His quiet but extensive charitable work was never done for show, but simply to lend a helping hand, a value he learned from our parents. He's my brother and my best friend.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
I'm gonna miss
At Prudential, we can't tell you when your kids will finally go out on their own. But we can at least make sure that when they do, you're ready. That's why millions rely on us for the rock-solid strength that helps you plan for and achieve your retirement dreams. Whichever road you take, who's your rock?
How do we make your glasses the same day? It's all done in store. Our skilled techs handle your glasses from start to finish, getting them back the same day. Quality, affordable glasses made in store, only at iMart Express.
Take a look at this. Would you like green eggs and ham? Well, now you can in the house of the man who made that combination famous. Dr. Seuss's former home is up for sale. It's in La Jolla, California. The masterpiece for sale for the first time in 75 years. Dr. Seuss's real name was Theodore Gazelle. Purchased this home in 1947 and lived here until 1991. The home has 3 bedrooms, offices, a pool, plus 4 acres of 270-degree panoramic views of the coastline. The price, $18 million, with proceeds benefiting UC San Diego.
Peddling green eggs and ham is lucrative.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Pretty nice digs over there.
Yeah,
nice view.
it's not too bad.
Well, it's kind of nice. You been there?
I have not, no.
Yeah, it's kind of high end.
Oh, really? I can tell by that price point.
If we all put our money together, we couldn't not even come close.
No.
All right, so a little humid out there. We were out in the patio.
Just a little bit, but not too much.
No, not too bad.
We're going to be looking at more dry conditions as we go into tonight, which will be opening up our skies heading into tomorrow. So we'll give a look at that first-warn forecast coming up after the break.
The Agora Art Fair returns Saturday, August 20th in Fitchburg, showcasing the work of over 100 area artists in a variety of mediums. Plus, great live music, food, hop house, beer and wine garden, and lots of fun activities for the kids. To learn more, visit agoraartfair.com.
Is your home just as hot inside as it is outside? The problem might be your walls have no insulation or ineffective builder's grade insulation letting all that heat in. But when USA Insulation wraps your home in our premium injection foam, we turn your home into a cooler, keeping the heat outside and your cool, comfortable air inside, right where it belongs, and helping you save on rising electric bills. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
I'm gonna miss you. At Prudential, we can't tell you when your kids will finally go out on their own. But we can at least make sure that when they do, you're ready. That's why millions rely on us for the rock-solid strength that helps you plan for and achieve your retirement dreams. Whichever road you take, who's your rock?
Your mission, stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or active psoriatic arthritis and take it on with Rinvoq.
Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that tackles pain, stiffness, swelling.
For some, Rinvoq significantly reduces RA and PSA fatigue. It can stop irreversible joint damage.
And Rinvoq can leave skin clear or almost clear in PSA. That's Rinvoq relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Ask your rheumatologist about Rinvoq relief. Rinvoq. Make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Rinvoq.
The Agora Art Fair returns Saturday, August 20th in Fitchburg, showcasing the work of over 100 area artists in a variety of mediums. Plus, great live music, food, hop house, beer and wine garden, and lots of fun activities for the kids. To learn more, visit agoraartfair.com.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, the little bit
bit of moisture that we're still holding on to as we continue throughout the rest of our afternoon. Heading into the evening hours has continued that overcast for many of us here in southern Wisconsin. So the cloudy conditions are going to be anticipated at least until we get into the late part of tonight. But looking ahead, this is what we're going to be expecting for us. Right now, it feels around 77 degrees, still mostly cloudy, a little bit of a break in that cloud cover for some sunshine, but it will still be pretty much mostly cloudy until we get overnight, and it's going to start to break up for us. And temperatures will start to get rather comfortable as well, so we'll start to see some 50s heading into the overnight hours for us. It's going to be our low by the time we wake up for tomorrow morning. So folks, it's going to be a nice and comfortable conditions for us as we head into our Tuesday. The trend continues for nice weather. Now take a look at our radar as of right now. Just a couple of pop-up showers have developed just east of Dane County on the eastern side of southern Wisconsin. Thanks to that lake breeze and the heating that we've had, it's really activated a couple of those pop-up showers, but they're not expected to reach anywhere further west, even for Dane County. But we're still looking at that boundary of areas near Iowa and Des Moines, where we're seeing those showers just continuing to flood themselves. But as we take a look at what we're going to be seeing, a stationary frontal boundary is into the northern parts of Wisconsin, which has brought in a couple of showers. But overall, we are just going to be dealing with the moisture which is coming in from Iowa to continue to bring us a bit of the cloud cover for tonight. But we are going to be seeing a bit of that phase out by the time we get into the later part of overnight hours. Now, taking a look at the rest of the evening, we're trying to see that it could see a potential of a pop-up shower, but overall, things going to stay rather dry. We're not looking for that boundary to expand itself any further to really give us much of a showers here in Dane County. But as we get into the overnight hours, take a look at how we're seeing our sky cover really open up for us. Going to be seeing a bit of that cloud cover dissipate, and on top of it, temperatures are going to feel rather nice by the time we get into our morning commute. And going into our Tuesday, folks, it's going to be another repeat of some great weather for us as we get in throughout the next few days. Outside of that, we are looking for some changes heading into our Friday and Saturday, but the temperatures themselves are going to stay rather the same. We're not going to be breaking out of those upper 70s much at all for this week. But we do have our next wet pattern to start going into our Friday afternoon and throughout much of our weekend. So we are looking for things to get a bit on the soggy and wet side, potentially starting on our Friday afternoon and evening, heading into Saturday and Sunday, which could impact a little bit of the Agora Art Fair, which is going to be happening that day. But outside of that, at least the temperatures are going to be nice.
Yeah, no 80s, upper 80s or anything?
No upper 80s. It's not going to feel like summer for a little while, at least for right now.
That's okay. It felt like fall this weekend.
It felt great. I had my windows open for the first time.
I know. Yeah.
Man, was it nice.
Well,
hopefully it continues,
nice.
right?
All right. Thank you, Julian.
Yep.
Pickleball is one of the hottest sports in the country. A new indoor facility on Madison's northeast side is getting a huge response.
Marcy Gonzalez shows us why it's attracting so many players, including a former NFL quarterback.
And doubles are probably not the first terms that come to mind when you think of a Super Bowl MVP. But former New Orleans Saints quarterback Drew Brees has traded the pigskin for a paddle and is now a pickler.
How long have you been playing?
Really, probably for about 1.5 years now. But I'd say that's really picking up now that I'm retired from football and need a new sport to occupy my time.
Brees is just one of the millions of Americans caught up in pickleball mania.
Anybody can play, no matter what your age or, where you come from or your skill set or your athletic background.
The game is a mix of tennis and ping pong, played with paddles and a wiffle ball on roughly half a tennis court. First team to score 11 points wins. It's social, competitive, and accessible to pros and amateurs alike, men and women, young and old.
I'm working on my 88th year, but I'm only 87. And I'm out here just to keep active.
Brees isn't just in it for fun. The sport has gotten so big that he recently became part owner of a Major League Pickleball pro team.
What made you decide to get into team ownership?
Because it's a great opportunity to be a part of the growth of this sport.
2, 2, 1. Ho Win oversees an amateur pickleball club in Santa Monica, California, and has been playing for 3 years.
Would you say that it's really exploded, or how would you describe what you've seen?
Probably exploded as an understatement.
Great game, great combat.
Pickleball is a different vibe, and people are really friendly and inviting. Yeah! I'm hooked. I'm really hooked, and I would play every day if I could.
For CBS, I'm Marcy Gonzalez in Los Angeles.
Never tried it, but maybe we should.
It's a goal for the next year.
There you go. When we come back, a look back at Anne Heche's contributions to the arts.
And then at 5, and with UW students moving downtown, News 3 Now reviews just how much waste was generated by all the comings and goings.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry. With honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship, dedicated to being the best. RHD Plumbing now offers complete bathroom and kitchen remodeling, the best plumbers, and everything else you need to finish your dream project. For your home or business, get the job done right the first time with no surprises with the reliable, honest, and dedicated plumbing professionals of RHD Plumbing, proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
I'm Tim Michaels. I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who helped build a great Wisconsin company and created thousands of jobs. Tony Evers, Joe Biden, they're two peas in a pod. Both career politicians and way over their head, failing the country and the state of Wisconsin. That's why I'm running. We need to have strong, proven executive leadership in Madison that can get things done and make this state as great as it can be.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get a 100% risk-free guarantee. Call or go online.
A new Chevy is the smart way to hit the open road this summer. The smart way to road trip and seek new adventures. Go a little farther this summer in a new Chevy. Find new get up and go, find new roads. Enjoy the open road and make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2022 Equinox models. Plus, get 0% financing when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
The Stanley Steamer started with 1 man, a van, and a whole lot of carpet. We've been innovating for a long time. Stanley Steamer now goes beyond carpet. We've been cleaning tile and grout, upholstery, rugs, air ducts, and a whole lot more. We don't just clean carpets, we clean homes. So when your home needs a cleaning, give us a ring at 1-800-STEAMER.
New at 5, acts of violence continue to increase in Madison. News 3 Now investigates 3 shootings that occurred over the weekend and how police plan to prevent further brutality.
Our nice weather will continue as we head into tonight, but what about the rest of the week? We'll have your forecast coming up at 5.
And ahead at 6, as no plan has been selected, the cost of building a new jail continue to rise. We investigate how much the project's budget will need to increase. That's tonight at 6.
Well, some sad news last night from Los Angeles with word that Anne Heche has died.
The actor has been taken off life support and died 1 week after a fiery crash in Los Angeles. Dan Lieberman looks back on her life and her career.
When she was a child, Anne Heche first performed at a dinner theater in New Jersey.
That was my big break. Really? Sure. I was 12 and I got $100 a week, and that started my, that started me gigging for acting all the rest of my life.
Years later, the Ohio native got a bigger break on the soap opera Another World. Playing both roles of twin sisters, Heche won a Daytime Emmy in 1991.
So, we have... Oh, well then what's your problem?
Would you please let me get a sentence in?
Heche made her film debut in An Ambush of Ghosts in 1993. She went on to play opposite Johnny Depp in Donnie Brasco and Harrison Ford in 6 Days, 7 Nights.
I spent a hell of a lot more than 6 days and 7 nights with this man. Yes. And that makes me feel good.
More recently, Heche was a contestant on Dancing with the Stars and acted on Chicago PD. Over the years, her private life was also a very public one. Her relationship with Ellen DeGeneres made headlines in the late 1990s. Following their breakup in 2000, she married camera operator Coleman LaFoon. After their divorce, she entered a decade-long relationship with actor James Tupper. In a 2001 memoir, Call Me Crazy, the mother of 2 discussed her lifelong struggles with mental health. On the morning of August 5th, Haish crashed her car into a house in Los Angeles. She suffered a serious brain injury and was put on life support before she died. Ann Haish was 53 years old. Dan Lieberman, CBS News.
And Haitian's family says she was being kept on life support the last few days because she was a firm believer in organ donation, and they wanted to give doctors time to determine if there were, any of hers were viable. Troubled life.
At Pick and Save, we believe local produce shouldn't be hard to find. That's why we work with local farms right in our own backyard to bring you fresher than fresh produce.
You got everything I need. You're like medicine to me. Oh, baby,
Because shopping for local produce should be as easy as shopping at your local Pick and Save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Moderate to severe eczema still disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it disrupts my skin with itch. It disrupts my skin with rash. But now, I can disrupt eczema with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is not a steroid, topical, or injection. It's one pill once a day that's effective without topical steroids. Many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin, while some saw up to 100% clear skin. Plus, they felt fast itch relief, some as early as 2 days. That's Rinvoq relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer. Death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate summer with our hot summer sale. We're talking about sizzling savings of 22%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 2 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 22% off gutters with any full roofing or siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
I love this state. Knock on any door in any county, and you'll find good-hearted, hard-working folks. People whose businesses I proudly helped as Lieutenant Governor. Hard work needs to be respected again, with fair wages and opportunities to get ahead. That's how my parents opened doors for me. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm not one of these millionaires. I work just as hard for you as you work for your family. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Remember as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event. Simply lock in your order on select Ford vehicles and we'll lock in your rate. Even if rates go up before your order comes in, you're protected. That's how Ford is supercharging your summer. Now place your order and lock in an annual percentage rate of 2.9% for 60 months on select Ford vehicles.
A Green Bay Packer superfan is selling his Packers party bus named, well, the Big Cheese, of course. The bus, with an asking price of $14,000, seats 14, has a bar, built-in cooler, and even a restroom. The owner describes it as a mobile man cave. Well, he's selling it now because he wants to focus on college money for his son, who is currently in high school. That's what we call parental love.
Absolutely. We need that here at the station.
Yeah, wouldn't that be
we need the party bus here.
Again, if we pool our money
we
together.
still wouldn't do it.
Oh, so many dreams. Well, there was no stopping the bullet train at the box office.
It's full steam ahead for this week's Loper Report.
Hey, Mark and Brady. Bullet Train once again topped the weekend box office, while 3 new, smaller budget films failed to make much of a splash.
Who wants to play bodies, bodies, bodies?
So how do you play?
If you draw the piece of paper that has the X on it,
You are the murderer.
let's go.
Among those films is the slasher murder mystery Bodies, 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 which came in 8th with $3.2 million.
Our friend is dead.
If you ever wondered what a cross between Euphoria and Agatha Christie whodunits would look like, this is the movie for you. It's definitely geared toward horror fans, but it's a lot of fun from start to finish.
Jordan, what are you doing?
I'm staying safe.
Really? Because it looks like you're grabbing a meat cleaver to go look for my boyfriend.
The white-knuckle thriller involving heights titled Fall came in at 10th with just $2.5 million.
The B67 TV tower.
I haven't climbed since...
Becky, if you don't confront your fears, you are always going to be afraid.
Those looking for an adrenaline rush, find the nearest theater now and see this movie. But anyone who gets sweaty palms in high places, maybe the panic attack isn't worth it.
How do we get down?
And finally, in 13th, with a touch over $1 million, is the not-so-successful body swap comedy starring Diane Keaton, Mac and Rita.
Oh my God! You can't be here. It's me. Ma'am, I'm serious. Okay. One more move and you get an eye full of pepper. It's me!
Over on streaming services, newly streaming on Amazon Prime Video, is The Lost City.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world's sexiest cover model, Dash McMahon!
You do know you're not Dash, right? Dash is a character I made up. Dash! Oh my God.
Miss Sage, I enjoyed your book about the Lost City, and I believe you're the one who can help me find its treasure.
Sandra Bullock plays a romance novelist kidnapped by Daniel Radcliffe, and Channing Tatum plays her cover model out to rescue her. But it's a scene-stealing Brad Pitt that might be the real hero of the movie.
Loretta Sage, getting you out of here.
Why are you so handsome?
My dad was a weatherman.
New on Netflix is the action comedy film Day Shift.
Vampire hunting is a business. Cut necks and cash your checks. Well, things have changed since you got kicked out for union.
If I don't come up with 10K, my wife and my daughter are gonna move to Florida.
Jamie Foxx plays a vampire hunter on hard times, hoping to rejoin the vampire hunting union.
You know what I see when I see a vamp? Big old dollar sign.
And coming Thursday to Disney Plus is the next Marvel series, She-Hulk Attorney at Law.
Who's your best friend?
Nikki.
Spandex. Spandex is your best friend.
Tatiana Maslany plays Jennifer Walters, cousin to Bruce Banner, who finds herself with her own ability to grow big and green.
Yes, yes, yes. No, no.
Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
So you're going to see that movie called Fall, right?
Oh my God, no. That'd be the last thing I'd see.
When they were playing that, Mark just kept going, no,
I'm
no.
so afraid of heights.
I don't blame you.
Our tower out here's got an elevator in it. That'd be a lot easier.
You can recreate your own version.
I'm not going up that tower either. I'm told we had to go. We'll have a final check forecast coming up.
If Tim Michaels is governor, here's what reproductive health care would look like in Wisconsin. Providing abortions? A felony. Exceptions in cases of rape or incest? None. Here's what Michaels says to Wisconsin women who get pregnant after being raped. To ask her to go through the birth is not unreasonable. Tim Michaels is a radical and divisive politician coming for your rights. Wisconsin women deserve better. Vote no on Tim Michaels.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity, using less or a lot less oral pain medicines, and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
Senator Johnson's working family defined him. He and his brothers and sisters were raised by two loving parents with deep faith who taught him the value of work. As a young man, he shoveled driveways, mowed lawns, delivered papers, caddied, played Little League baseball, and baled hay on his uncle's farm. At 15, he got a dishwashing job at Walgreens Grill and became night manager before he was 16. After college, he married Jane, his wife of 45 years, and moved to Oshkosh to start a manufacturing business with Jane's brother. For the first year, the two traded 12-hour shifts. Over the next 30 years, Senator Johnson performed just about every task in that business. He installed and operated the equipment, loaded trucks, kept the books, and sold its products all over the world. His business didn't export jobs, it exported plastic. His quiet but extensive charitable work was never done for show, but simply to lend a helping hand, a value he learned from our parents. He's my brother and my best friend.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Another large move-in day for UW-Madison as students settle in for the year. News 3 Now reviews just how much waste was generated. Then 3 violent incidents involving guns took place in Madison over the weekend. We investigate how police plan to break the rise in bloodshed. That's tonight.
Teachers always spend a lot out of pocket of their own money.
It's a recent trend for teachers getting ready for back to school, creating their own Amazon wish lists. One local teacher shares her classroom wish list and why it's important for her students. Eye on Education, tonight at 10.
Closing things out at the end of our 4 o'clock hour, we are still watching some pop-up showers just east of Dane County, which is starting to lose a bit of strength, but still could watch just for some areas east of Madison that could see a little bit of a quick shower, but overall, we're going to stay rather dry as we continue throughout the rest of our evening hours. Tonight is going to be another pleasant one with the emphasis on the nice, low of 58 degrees. And folks, we are going to be talking more about what else we can expect with this nice weather coming up at 5.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
Volunteering offers more than benefits for those served. Volunteers reap health benefits from the time they give. RSVP of Dane County's Driver Services Program needs volunteers to provide rides to medical appointments and deliver meals to older adults in Dane County. Ideal candidates are of legal driving age, love to drive, and meet new people. Schedules are very flexible, and volunteer drivers will use their own vehicles and are reimbursed for mileage. To make a difference, please contact RSVP of Dane County today.
I'm Tim Michaels. I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who helped build a great Wisconsin company and created thousands of jobs. Tony Evers, Joe Biden, they're 2 peas in a pod. Both career politicians in way over their head, failing the country and the state of Wisconsin. That's why I'm running. We need to have strong, proven executive leadership in Madison that can get things done and make this state as great as it can be.
If you think you have Dupuytren's contracture, there's a simple test you can take from anywhere. Try to lay your hand flat against the surface. If you can't, you may have Dupuytren's contracture. Talk to a hand specialist about your options, including non-surgical treatments.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we only serve those who honorably serve. All ranks, all branches, and their eligible family members. Yep, that is exclusive, and we're fine with that.
In today's Final Touch, fans of the sci-fi hit Stranger Things in Tokyo are lining up to enter the Upside Down.
Well, fans can now chow down on demonic pasta and then rock out to retro 1980s tunes. It all takes place at a pop-up cafe inspired by the Netflix horror drama. The shop, a partnership with a local restaurant chain, recently extended its run in the city amid overwhelming demand. The interior has replicas of shops and sets from the show, set in the fictional town of Hawkins, Indiana, along with its dark mirror underworld that the preteen protagonists call the Upside Down. Diners can nosh on food inspired by the show, such as squid ink pasta arranged like the monster's head, or the waffles craved by the star character 11.
It is a huge show on Netflix, that's for sure. I haven't started the 4th season. But
you're in for a ride.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.